Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today in our list and tuples, we're going to be talking about replacing an element in a list. Replacing an element in a list. So for instance, we have a list that contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, and we want to replace number 4 with something like 10 or number 4 with something like 16, which is a very good idea. Which later on this will become handy in our course because uh, you need to cherish this opportunity, take it. You may just be thinking we're doing tax, but it's going a long way. So write a function that replaces an element of a list at a specific position. So a specific position that is provided is going to be replaced. So like in C, so prototype, we're going to create a prototype of an element. So, oh, sorry, a function because we're asked to write a function. So a prototype of a function, we're going to define a function called replace in list. So replace in list then is going to be accepting three parameters: the list itself, the index of the list I want to replace, and the new element I want to use to replace that particular position. If index is negative, then the function should not modify anything and returns the original list. So if the index we are providing does not is a negative, whether it's -1, -2, -3, then it should just return the original list without doing anything. Then if index is out of range, then the function should not modify anything and return the original list too. So we are not allowed to import any rules, which is very famous version. You are not allowed to use try and except. So I think they use that to check for errors. Very handy way of checking for errors. Try. You can check that on my other course in JavaScript. Exceptions. Check exceptions for errors. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and do so right away. So what are we going to be doing here? I'm going to pick the minute, which is very important. Now that I've opened the terminal, I can go ahead to check on how to replace my text. So I think we are already there. So I'm going to be creating the next one, which is going to be VIN, then 2 dash, I think replace in list, then just like that. Just want to confirm that replace in list.py, so it's very correct. So I'm going to put .py. So now we have an empty file which we are going to start usr/bin/python3, just like that. So now we are good to go. So the first thing is to define the function replace in list. Okay, then we are going to pass in three parameters. The first one is the list. The second one is the index. We want to target from that list. The next last one is the elements. So that is that for that. Now we're asked to check, so the same thing we got to check, but a little difference. So if index less than 0, because it's a negative value, if a negative value is provided, or index is greater than equal to, greater than equals to. So I want to know the total length, so I'm just going to put length of what my list, of what is in my list. So just like that. So I'm going to close that, then I'm going to return. So we're asked to return the list itself whenever such happens. So I'm going to return the list itself whenever such problem happens. But if there's no problem at all, then the else of it should be executed. So we are outside the if block now, because we have gone an indentation one backwards. So now what's the next thing to do? The next thing to do here is I'm going to return based on the fact that I'm replacing. So I'm going to say my underscore list like that. Then the particular place actually I want to target, index, equals to elements. So that's whatever index we have there, we want to reset it to something new. Then we are going to return my list. So we're going to return my so that part is settled. Now that we have settled that part, we can go and test it. So let me test to see how it works. So let me say I have my list. I have my list here. I'm gonna put 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So something like that. So now let me say the index I want to be able to access there. So to be index 3. No, I want to access index 6. No, index 4. Okay, let me say I want to access number 4, or I want to access number 3. Okay, let me remove this and put 12 there. So I want to access that 12 and change it from 12 to 2. So what is the index of 12? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see that. So index 4, then what is going to be my element? So I'm going to insert that. So maybe I want to change the element, that index to 2. So it will be 6, 5, 4, 3, 12, 2 and 1 instead of 12 and 1. So now I can go in and start making some changes. So let me start printing. I'm going to put format there. Then the format is going to be holding our function, which is replace in list. So just like that. I've forgotten to add the parameters in there. So the first one we have there is my list. The next one is index. And the final one is the element. So now that I've done that, I'll come in here. Okay, so I'm going to create that out. So I'm going to hit enter. So now let me check that right away and see if it has been replaced. So I'm going to go ahead and check that. But let me list what I have in there to replace. So I need to change the mode. U plus X. So now at least what I have there. So I'm going to be running the 2. So you can see now we have 6, 5, 4, 3, and in here we have what? 2, 10, and 1. But if we check our code, you see that in there we imputed 6543. Instead of 2, we put 12 there and 1. But it has replaced the fourth index with the element 2, which have solved the issue. So this is not part of the code. It's just a sample, but this is the main code that does all the issue or solution to the issue. So please, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, share and like, and have a nice day. Thank you.